Welcome back, guys. Felix is a little bit late today. Comment ça va, Fel?
I'm here. just getting here. Ça va, man? Ça va, toi?
Ça va, man. Moi aussi, bro.
Close this door.
Mondays, huh?
Mondays are acting.
Fuck. Yeah, you need. I feel like we need a little bit of an extra effort on Mondays. I don't know what it is.
I need an extra Felix. Hey,
Antoine,
let's be real.
Antoine Corsaire, il est là. Antoine Corsaire, il est dans le chat. Corsaire
This
was
was
in
a
the chat.
wild one, bro. This was a wild one. But it's fine.
Jordan, are you in Canada? Yes, I'm in Canada. And I'm in Laval, my parents' house. I'm here for the holidays. Heading back to Germany in a couple months, beginning of Feb. So yeah, Marketing Monday. Today we're talking about a nice chapter today in the book. Today we're talking about the power of gentle taps, behavioral economics, how to kind of nudge your customers in the direction that you want them to go by using little gentle taps. Like it's like they're just walking, and it's like, let's say you want them to be here, and it's just like you don't want to push them, you don't want to hit them too hard. We just want to give them a little gentle, a little tap, so they go where you want them to go. And there's a bunch of examples. We have a bunch of examples to explain what we mean. I guess, Fel, man, there's so many examples. We'll start with the
huge one for us. Huge one. That was a big one for us. I think it will be a big one also for all these guys who have service guys. When we work for ourselves, we're good at what we do, but it doesn't mean that we're good at sending invoices, getting our payments, late payments, collecting. All this stuff has to be done. If you have a business, right now it might not be a problem, but trust me, it will become big, because these customers are not, sometimes they don't. You get tired, bro. It's so, bro. This was such a hard subject for us, George. I spoke about about this chapter. If I made my wife read it. It was so big. I told her, you need to read that one, because sometimes you get emotional as a business owner. You're tired, and you're like, oh, this client, he didn't pay because. It's easy to fall into that trap when you're just starting as a self. It's when you're self-owning your business, or you're just starting up, and you send the invoices all summer long, first year, second year, third year, and then you get going, you get tired.
The 13th I can't, and I'm in New York that weekend actually, but thanks for the invite. What are you guys doing? Where are you guys going? What's the occasion? Oh, excuse.
I feel like sometimes it's all about us. Like it's small nudges will fix it. Not stressing it, overthinking it, thinking that the client this, the client did that. It's not like you need to sit down, do small meetings with your team, and talk about the small problems, the small things that might hold your clients back, or that might, or how could you like, for us, small nudges is just small reminders. Hey, you forgot to pay. These clients, they will respond, forgot to pay. No, I paid that on the 13th. And you remind them, no, you didn't. Yeah, I paid that with my credit card. We don't take credit cards. So that client was not paying, not because he was mad, not because the service was not good, not because he wanted to be late, because he thought probably he paid someone else. And so you need nudge systems everywhere. It made me realize, hey, you need those reminders, you need those small things automated, because it's sometimes it's not a problem. It's not about, hey, we have a like late payment problem, we need to implement fees. No, you don't need to implement fees. I was about to do that. I was about to implement,
but you do have that in your contract, I think. If they don't, but I guess that's just to like.
It's because it's so rare, in commercial.
That is a nudge, though. If you think about it, like having those late fees written down in your contract, that could be a nudge, like to make sure that the client pays on time. I'm curious, course
Before that, you could implement something that's way
handles
better.
implemented in his business. Like if clients don't pay on time, or like does he have like a reminder set up?
I just
Uh,
had someone call them. So basically, it's easier for me, for us. Maybe for other businesses, it's different. For us, just like giving them a call. Hey, you forgot blah blah blah. Oh, so we fixed a bunch of stuff, different problems. So some of them, oh, you didn't send the email at the proper, like it was not the proper person. You need to send that email to that person. Sent it, fixed it. But the funniest thing I heard today was really, oh, I paid that with my credit card. The day the guys came, I paid with my
that
credit card, and I was like, no, that was another one, George. That was another one today.
another one.
Yeah, that was another one today.
And he said that he went on the website and he paid with his credit card.
No, not on the website. That was the one you heard about. But this guy said he literally paid with this credit card
Shit.
to our guys, but we don't carry these machines, so it was easy to fix. I was like, well, it's not me who took the call, but the girl just
So
went like,
they're late on their payment, and they're just, I guess, making up stories so they can drag
I
on the
don't think
payment.
so. I don't think so because he paid right away. He paid like 15 minutes later. He paid,
Okay,
and he
okay.
wrote an email like when someone writes an email quick and you see like mistakes. I think the guy was embarrassed because they're a big company and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I felt for them, and I was about to think it would have been a mistake to think that these guys were trying to make up stories." And I would have been like, "Hey, these clients are bad. They have a bad rep, you know." I would have put these clients in my bad rep clients, but they're good clients.
So you want to create a nudge system for the clients who don't pay, but not be like mean about it.
Exactly.
You don't want to lose them. You don't want to
You
lose
don't
them
want
in
to
the
lose
long term.
them,
You
and you
still
don't
want to
want
be
to
you still want to be
bias yourself.
respectful.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
let's think about this. There's things you could do, like maybe auto email reminders. Do they receive a discount if they pay on time? I know some companies do that. Some companies have like a net 30, and if you pay in 15 days, you get like 5% off the bill or 10% off the bill. Maybe that, like, there's things to
You
do
had so
to
many
nudge
email
them to do
delivery.
what you want to do. Whether it's pay the bill on time, whether it's when they're in the bathroom at the urinals and you don't want like when men are in at the stalls. They what is it? One company etched like a fly in the middle of the urinals to improve the aim of people when they're at the bathroom. So they aim to the center of the urinal and they make less mess. I don't know what the percentage was, but they make just by putting a little fly, like a little sticker, I guess, in the middle of the urinal. It encouraged people to. And you know what? I noticed that a lot of, like, when you go into public bathrooms, a lot of them do it. They have like a little dot or something in the middle, so you could aim and less mess, obviously, right?
It's true. I've seen that.
So it's interesting because it's a very low cost method to implement, and the ROI is crazy. The ROI could be immense.
Depending on your objective. So obviously, putting a dot in urinals, you're not calculating your ROI in terms of actual money, but actual, like, if you have to clean less, obviously it's a plus, right? It's going to take less time, so it's going to cost less. Yeah. So
And it's also going to keep the bathroom cleaner at the
so
same time. So two birds
takes
with
less
one
time to
stone.
clean. So if it takes less time to clean, costs less. You know, company makes
It keeps the bathroom smelling
you
nicer.
save money, you make money, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, what the nudge does is it removes friction and encourages an action by making choices simpler and more appealing. So, like, another example I want to give, there was this coffee shop that, in order to increase tips, they wanted to increase tips.
These are from the book.
These are from the book. You want to show the book, Fel?
I don't have it next to me. Because I showed it to my wife. She's actually reading it. I don't have it.
This is now Terry O'Reilly.
This I know.
And yeah, all these examples I'm giving, well, some of these are from the book. The issue with the payment, I guess, was I don't think that was in the book. That was one of your
that was one of my personal
one of your personal examples
occurrence. Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, another one I wanted to mention in the book, the tip jar. There was a coffee shop that wanted to increase tips.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So they put out two tip jars, and they said, which gender is more generous, men or women? And they wrote men and women on each jar. So it gives people a sense of competition to see who could tip more.
That's good.
And just with that little nudge, they ended up increasing tips for the employees at the cafe.
If I was actually working at a cafe and I was back in the days, I would have read that. I would have probably implemented it. It's so good. It's probably
Christmas party, guys, from the Discord. Yeah, sorry, Phil. I was just reading Corsair's message. Yeah, of course, I appreciate the invite. On the 13th, I'm going to be in New York. My girlfriend's coming from Germany, and she's flying from Munich to Germany. So Munich to New York. So I'm going to be in New York on the 13th. But maybe we could do something before or after. Yeah, Phil. Sorry about that. Power outage. So most people they make impulse purchases. And like this topic is not only geared towards large companies, also smaller companies can use this tactic, and it's such a cheap way of increasing sales or getting obviously people to kind of nudge them in the direction that you want them to. Like for example, we gave the example of the stall to make them aim in the proper direction. The thing with the tips, we want to increase tips.
Because consumers are not always rational in their decisions, right?
They're not. And,
like,
and
we see that all the time.
And you know why in the stores there's like packs of gums and all that before the cash, right? Like those like are a simple way of increasing.
Canadian Tires is always. I don't know if you went to Canadian Tire lately.
Of course.
When
Lately,
you get to the cashier, have you seen all the stuff they had there? It's so crazy the amount of different things. They have lava lamps at the cash. Lava lamps.
Really?
You get lava lamps and I bought one.
I'm sure you did.
I bought the lava lamp at the cashier. Like I was like, hey, lava lamp. I used to have one of those. I want to buy that for my child, for my daughter. I bought one for my daughter.
You are the perfect target for marketing companies. I've never seen it.
Lava lamps at the cashier. That's crazy. They really have us with that. But consumers, I was never gonna go to the store to buy a lava lamp. I was not gonna go to the store. So that proves you how irrational we are as consumers. And the nudges, they make you not think, and they direct you to the sale, to the buy process. Hey, lava lamps. Hey, I need that.
Yeah, and
I was never gonna get that.
Women must be so much more like susceptible to these marketing tactics because women are they love shopping and buying stuff, right?
Well, you say that, but I guess I'm the woman in my couple because I'm the one who's getting like.
Well, no, for sure. Like there are people like let's not kid ourselves. There are people from both genders that I'm saying like. Remember
that's why they have that at Canadian Tire.
Remember when they gave the example in the book of how when like men shop, they go into the store, they just want to have big signs. Like, for example, when you go into like a fishing store and you want to buy fishing gear or golf equipment, there's just going to be a big sign, golfing or fishing, like a big sign, right? And then women, it's going to be like smaller signs. It's going to be a cozier store because they like to communicate. They like to ask the people working there, oh, where's the lipstick? Where's this? Where's that?
But I would be interested to like know at Canadian Tire how they figure that out, because the store, the way it's figured out, it's really for both. Like when you get there, and I feel because you get all the tools on one side, really close to the cashier, and then you got all the kitchen stuff. You got all the Christmas decorations, really like close when you enter the store. It's really well made for you to spend a lot of money. I every time I go to Canadian Tire, my cart is always full, and I came for one thing.
I wonder who thinks let's put a lava lamp at the cash.
That's
what
crazy.
Was the season? Okay, wait. What season was it when you bought the lava lamp?
It's always there. It's there every day.
It's always there.
You go there. The whole year was there. That's why every time I go to Canadian Tire, I see that lava lamp. I think of myself.
But to be honest with you, like I've seen a huge trend on lava lamps on Instagram, like drop shipping products. I've
Oh,
seen a bunch
really?
of those on Instagram on that come on my feed, and I don't even talk about it. I don't even search them, and they're
They're
on my
probably
feed.
cheap. Like they're probably
Like
cheap to make.
as you
Like,
see those night lights where you put on your counter and it displays like the universe on your wall,
oh
and like it
yeah,
has lights.
we
It's
got
so
yeah.
cool. Is it that type of product? Maybe because there's a surge in interest
I
in this
just bought
product.
the regular lava lamp, $30.
Man, those people know what they're doing. They're not stupid. If you do a quick, I'm sure if you do a quick Google search, Google trend search, I'm sure you'll see a huge trend in those lava lamps. And
But
there's a reason why they're there. They're obviously selling. But it's funny though. It's funny you say that because like why? You know?
it's they make you like they make your brain like they know how you function.
Mm,
They know how consumers buy, so they studied us walking into the store, walking out with or without stuff. Did he buy? Did he buy not? Where did he go for him not to buy? You know what happened? Like when he was in front of like one product, he chose between two products, and he decided to walk out. What happened? These companies, they studied us. They studied
yep.
that in particular, and that's how they know where to place their products. So that's like at some point I was thinking for myself, I was like, okay, but how could we do the same thing? And we worked on something. Me and my wife, we worked on something this weekend. After reading this, we worked on like a crazy menu for Uninet. We came up with something for Christmas. I'll show you later. But we came up with something. There's always like I played the game of what if we had to like really create a selective menu. You narrow down the choices because in a cleaning business you have so many choices, so many things, so many. You need to narrow down
Mm,
to like a selected few and just present these. These
choice
selected
can be
choices.
choice can be crippling.
It's too much at some point, even for us. Like at some point, if you're trying to sell something, you already know that, and we had discussions about that. When you're trying to market to someone on the phone, you don't have 30 seconds to tell them all your products. Wait,
Mm,
we do this type of cleaning, that type of cleaning. They don't want to hear that. Nobody's trying to know your whole business. They're not
mm.
trying to they're
They
not
just
trying
want to
to
know
learn that
what could you do for me? And
right
if
now.
we're and if
How
we're
could you
calling in the
fix?
what can you fix for me right now? Yeah, for sure. Because then people are just gonna get carried away. Like, they're busy. They don't have time to start hearing all your products, and like, you become too like a jack of all. Like
Jack of all trades.
master
You
of
need to do
none.
your own research on what type
Yep.
of
It
client
all it all
your
marketing
your
comes.
client is,
It always
and
comes down to
market it to
research.
that client. That's
Yep.
what we've read on Marketing Monday last week when we were talking about Target. Targeting.
Yeah.
Target was really big on targeting. Really, and
Yes.
that's
Yes.
so
And they were
that
scary. They were scary for how much they were targeting.
uh,
That they
uh,
had to make
how
it less
much they were
obvious.
able to zoom in on
Yeah.
someone really like and know like exactly what you were buying and what you might buy in the future, so they would like push those products. There's a reason why we've read that last week, and now we're more like into the nudging because now that we know exactly who you are and what type of client you are and what type of behavior you
Hmm.
like, how you buy, how do you buy.
Now we could target you.
Now we could target you and make you like direct it to our store like at the right spot at the right time. We sell you something. There's a reason at Costco they gave like they don't have that central spot where they're making you try all the stuff in the store. No, they're making you try the pizza right next where the pizza are in the freezer. Why? Because they make you taste the pizza, and then if you want to buy it, it's right behind. You just need to pick it up. You don't have to walk all the way to the store to go pick it up. It's right there. That's why they make you
Hmm.
taste it right next to where it sits.
For sure.
That's the trick. They direct you there. Once it's in your cart. They know that at Costco they probably calculated that once it's in your cart, it's sold because it's very rare at Costco that people are gonna be like taking it out of the. Oh no, this I don't want. Once it's in there, your ego is just like, okay, buy it. You see the bill, you're like $800. What?
Oh, those free samples are a fucking amazing tactic.
They know what they do, man. Like
I want to mention I want to talk about another example that I heard in the that I read in the book. The example of the grocery store experiment. How the grocery store wanted to increase sales of vegetables, of fruits and vegetables, because they were going waste, right? Fruits and vegetables go to waste after a couple days. So they needed to find a way to increase sales of vegetables and fruits. So they put a piece of tape along the carriage, on each carriage, and they wrote fruits and vegetables on this side and all other items on this side. So people would go shopping, they would buy whatever they buy, cereal, bread, they'd buy their regular groceries. And then at the end, when they finish shopping, they look into their cart, they notice the vegetable side empty. Because in the cart, it shows vegetables on and fruits and vegetables on this side of the carriage. And so it psychologically, they're like, well, I don't have enough fruits and vegetables in my carriage. I need to go get some fruits and vegetables. Boom. Just by putting a piece of tape. And what was it? The percentage? I have it over here. They ended up increasing sales of
By
produce
20%, I think.
102%
Oh
by
my
that
god.
little tactic. It's not like they're forcing you to buy it. They just put a little piece of tape, fruits and vegetables on this side. And psychologically, your mind is like, oh,
In your cart. In your cart. So they separated the cart.
they separated the cart with two sections.
But it's true though. If you really think about it, I started
And
thinking about that when I was looking my carts. You have like 2 tomatoes, 1 banana, and you're like all kinds of
yeah,
shit. Let's be
the way I do it, the way I'm doing it is I'm a logical shopper, I think. I like to think that I'm a logical shopper. I'm looking at my basket and I'm like, okay, how many meals do I have over here? Okay, I have pasta, I have sauce, I have some
That's good.
salmon, I'm like, okay, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have 4 meals. And then I have eggs. Okay, I have breakfast too. That's the way I shop. That's the way my brain is working.
That's the best. We started.
It is. It's
If
the
you really
best way
want to
to shop
know,
like that.
we just started doing that now because we have 2 kids. It's and it's a game changer. It's
Because
true what you just said. We
if not,
calculate our meal
it-
at the beginning of the week, and that's
Yeah.
it. You don't
Yeah,
go
because if
and
not, you're
you
gonna have
don't
full-
waste.
You're gonna have a full carriage, but then you look, you're like, I only have 2 meals in here. I have the pasta and I have fish, but your carriage is full. You have chips, you
full.
have
Yeah.
cookies, and all these things, and you're like, anyways, a bit off topic there, but yeah, that's
I
how
was
I
thinking
shop.
the same thing, but it doesn't matter. Like it's true. It just shows like how we're just marketing. We're marketing
experiment.
What? Yeah, bro. Like we were born in that, especially
Yeah.
our generation, like the 90s kids. We were born in marketing. Like they were like blasting us so much, all kinds of marketing. As soon as you went to the grocery store with your mom, you had all these brands, all this stuff. Like it's really, and the way I see it is I don't see it anymore. When I go to the grocery now, I've tried all these brands already, and most of them I know they're bad for my health. So when you go, just think about the cereal alley. When you go to the grocery, how much space it takes, and you only take, most of the time we only take 1 cereal box. We don't take like 3 or 4 different types of cereal. We only take 1.
Which ones?
You
Mange
want
pas
to
des
know?
Fruit Loops.
I buy the old cereal, the cereals that my parents used to make me.
Does your daughter eat
eat
cereal?
Yeah, she eats cereal. I buy the Life brand.
Okay, those
You
are, I
know,
guess, a bit
that-
healthier.
Yeah. No sugar, and for me, they're
Yeah, that's good.
that's the ones that my parents used to give us, and we were complaining. C'est pas sucré, the way Frosted Flakes.
Moi, je veux des Cheerios.
And now as an adult, I'm like, no, can't eat that in the morning. I need my
it's
Life.
so bad. It's so
so
bad.
sugary.
Like, cereals are so. When you're a kid, you're made of like I don't know. You put a bomb inside you, you'll survive. You're made like a.
Bro, do you
You're made out
remember
of
these
stone.
CDs?
Like-
these CDs, these games. They used to play. They used to put Roller Coaster Tycoon inside these cereal boxes. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
You remember that?
Yeah.
How
That's
crazy of a
Yeah,
nudge that was. I was like, hey, like if you were a kid in these times and you were passing by the cereal alley and not asking your parent for that cereal box, you were not a kid. I'm sorry. You were not from this world. All the kids were asking, I want that, mommy.
Yeah.
Give me the cereal. Are you serious? And we all played the games. And what? Like, what could our parents do? Like, you have no power as a parent, even if you are like healthy. No. How could you? No, don't
Dude.
see it. No,
dude.
it's
My parents,
impossible.
my parents would not bite when I used to go shopping with them. They didn't buy me everything I wanted, especially when it came to sweets. They like I would want like Twizzlers and chips and like no chance. There's never sweets in my house. My parents, they always used to like we grew up eating like generally healthy stuff. And I remember one instance when I was a kid. I remember this because my parents taught me a lesson, and I'll never forget. I must have been like 5, 6 years old, and I remember this. I asked my parents at the grocery store to buy me this pack of Twizzlers. My mom's like, no. I'm like, yeah, I want the Twizzlers. I want the Twizzlers. She's like, no, we're not getting you Twizzlers. They're not healthy. Right. I snuck in the pack of Twizzlers in the carriage. I put them inside the carriage. And when my mom got to the cash, everything scanned through. And I was just waiting on the sidelines. And I saw that the Twizzlers got scanned. And she didn't notice. She noticed when we got home. She was so pissed. You know what she did as a punishment? We had guests over. I remember she made everybody eat the Twizzlers except for me. I was the only
No,
one. She's like, "You're not eating the Twizzlers. They're for us."
no,
I was
no.
crying. I was so pissed. This was so long ago. It's crazy how these little lessons, like I remember,
I
you
would
know,
have done
you
the same thing
sometimes you
though. I
remember
would have
them.
done the same thing, and I would have
Well,
enjoy eating
you know
it.
what? She gave me a couple of slaps also though, like a couple of smacks here and there. But what hurt me the most was that I couldn't eat the Twizzlers.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my god. Hey man, we went off board. Let's go back. Let's go back to
No, no,
our.
it's okay. These
Let's
stories
go
are
back to
these stories are
original.
funny.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
funny as hell.
I wanted to talk about another example because this book gives so many amazing examples. Yeah, I wanted to also mention because I'm sure like the people who are watching us, most of them are small business owners. Maybe they have like a website, they sell stuff on their website.
It's the choice architecture for me.
Right.
The real takeaway is the choice architecture. It's the thing that you need to master. If you have a business right now, you're trying to sell something. I've tried. Me and George, we were out there for like years, trying things. Okay, we can do this. Okay, we sell
There's
that.
one thing that I
Telemarketing.
tried. I used to have a website selling products, and and two things that I did, very simple things that I did that increased sales was I put like when somebody adds when a potential customer adds something to their cart, you can add a feature that says a complimentary product. So let's say for example I'm selling socks and somebody puts socks to the cart to the shopping cart. It'll say also like a paired with and gloves. So it'll show an option to also add gloves. Or like if somebody adds something to the cart, it'll say like most people also buy this item because people are creatures of habit, right? People are creatures of like they like familiarity. And if you're saying like most people buy this item with that item, they're subconsciously going to say, "Oh, maybe I should also buy that item." So that's just like another thing that if you have an online store that you can implement. And there's
Or,
like it does. You don't need to be a big company to
do,
implement
do you remember
these.
with Uninet last year when we were trying to sell the spider treatment?
Mhm.
Because I was out there cleaning windows, right? And I was like, hey man, these guys have spiders everywhere. I'm gonna clean the windows tomorrow. Spider's gonna come back, and it's just not gonna be clean anymore. Like in a week from now, it's just gonna be back like it was again. So I was like, let's try to sell these spider treatments. So we do the spider treatment and we clean after. Try to sell the spider treatment for a whole season. Never was able to really sell it. Nobody was like, no, no, merci, pas besoin, pas besoin, pas besoin. But they needed it. These guys, they needed it. They were out there telling me, no, t'as pas besoin, j'ai pas besoin du spider treatment. So this year we made it different. This year I feel like we did the choice architecture thing. We did it right. Because we did a deliberate like order of choices for the client. So because we knew that we knew what we wanted. I wanted these clients to have a specific outcome. I wanted these guys to go like some places with my offer. The price is not really relevant to these guys because it's not really a big price increase to add the spider treatment. It's
Mhm.
really to check the box. They were really not into like having me. They maybe they were thinking it was another process. I had to come back or like they didn't want that. They just no, just lavage de vide. Back then I didn't understand that. This year, what we did, we changed our quotes and we created we created these forfaits, right? How do you say forfait? We created these
Like a
packages.
package.
Created packages. Okay,
Oh, that's a
package
great
one.
example.
So that's choice architecture. Package one was just plain window cleaning. Package number two was window cleaning with a little like scrub with another pad, like you flip and you got another pad on our brushes. We got that, and you get the spider treatment. And number three was like window restoration for like three times the price, which was we didn't even sell one, but that was not the goal. I was not trying to sell these packages. If someone was taking the restoration package, good, but I was not trying to sell those. I was really trying to fix my spider treatment problem, and we fixed it by creating three packages.
Mm-hmm.
We sold like 20%. This year we sold 20% essential, just plain window cleaning. The rest was all spider treatment. We did spider treatment the whole summer. Why? Just because these guys didn't have to really choose. They were like, hey, this is nice. They just clicked on it. Doop.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they had to do. And it was in the quoting process. It went like
Because
a
it's
breeze.
psychological, right? They see three prices. It's like when you go to the movies and you see like small popcorn, medium, and large.
They didn't
The
have to
medium
change
one,
the price to
the
see the
medium,
price of the
yeah,
other package.
exactly. The
It
medium
was
one
right there.
is the one that you're defaulting to most of the time, and that's the one that you want people to select.
It's already super big. Huh? You get the medium size at cinema is already like it's already
The
super big.
small usually is enough for me personally, but the price difference from the small to the medium is like no brainer. It's like 50 cents more or $1 more, whatever, and you
You don't
get
even
so much
think
more.
about it. It's true.
But the small is generally enough for me, anyways. But
It's all about creating a choice architecture for your clients. So when they see three choices instead of one, they're more prone to like, hey,
mhm.
like just really think about like the whole menu that you have to offer instead of just like taking the stuff that they asked you to put on the quote. You don't have to just put what they asked you for on the quote. You could put more, put options in there. Give them options, stuff that they might not even like thought about, and they're like, hey, so Christmas is coming. If you have a menu of services that you have right now, and you're like, maybe I should call them for, I don't know, to offer them on one service. Well, try to offer them on your Christmas offers, your Christmas packages. Create Christmas packages. Christmas package number one, you get steam clean of the bathroom plus interior window cleaning plus like something else.
Yeah, create packages.
And
For
another
sure.
package, the one you're really
Because if
trying to sell.
nobody is going to just come out and say, "Oh, I need that, I need that." As a business, when you're offering the service, you have to give them alternatives. You have to like when they come to buy something, you have to always try to go for the bigger order value. You have to. You can't just like when a customer comes and wants to buy something, just like fulfill their order and that's it. You have to ask them questions. You have to get to know them, and you have to get
It's
to know
part
their
of
needs.
it's part of building a relationship with your
Part of
client, in
building the
my opinion.
relationship. You're not only increasing your own sales, you're giving them a better service. They're gonna love you for it.
Yes.
And at the same time, you're increasing your like you said, you're
Asking for, yes, for some of you guys, it
the
might be
spider
like
treatment.
asking for
I
business.
was
Ask for
offering
business.
I
Yes,
was selling the
do it.
spider treatments to our clients at Unionet. And they loved me for it. They
They were
loved
happy.
it that I brought. They were happy. They just wanted the regular cleaning, but then after you would say, hey, this year the spider problem because of the floods, there's a lot of spiders this year, and we're offering the spider treatment. Oh yeah, I want it, and
You
you
offer
can't.
it. You offer it
You're missing an
beforehand.
opportunity if you
Yes.
don't. You're missing an opportunity if you don't take the time to get to know your client. You get to know your customers. You should ask them questions,
Yeah.
ask them the right questions, get to know their needs, and then
Take
offer
the
them what
actual
they need.
time to look at their business. If you have to show
Yeah.
up there, take the time. So one year I was there and I was taking down notes about like all the stuff that I would see there that could be a potential a potential upsell for next year, and I was writing that down in my CRM, or either that or telling Jord on the phone. I was on the phone while I was cleaning. I would tell Jord, hey, uh, this client, next year, 100%, write that on the CRM. So next year it would,
Yep.
put it back in our face. As soon as we open up the client's file, it's there. You could upsell on other things.
You should listen, learn to
Listen and
listen.
open your eyes. Like,
Yeah.
this is the first thing. It's so easy. It doesn't cost you anything.
So
You
many
don't have to
clients we closed
ask.
them. So many clients we closed them a year later just because they said, like, we would call them for a window clean and they said, like, no, I just got it done this year. We're not interested. Thank you. Okay, do you mind if I give you a call back next year? And what time of the year do you usually get them done?
So you call right before.
And you just called 2-3 months before. Okay, now I have that written down in the system. I have that in the CRM. And I put a call back for maybe 2 months before they said that they do them. It's not hard. It takes 2 seconds. And you know how many clients I closed like that?
All of them. All of them.
Where I have a whole pipeline built on just callbacks of even a year later.
The first year.
Why would you think short term and not? And why would you think short term and not take that information in the system? And then you're so happy the next year. It's like it's right there in front of you because you put in the work a year before.
It takes a full year, though. Let's be real. It took a full year. I remember our first season with Uninet. You and me knew, because we have experience in these telemarketing campaigns. We know it takes time. I was ready to put in the money. I knew it would take like a full year of salary to like reap results.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, and I was ready for it because I was really believing in my telemarketing campaign.
You were building a database.
I see all these ads right now on Facebook about hiring an agency, a telemarketing agency, to get leads, buy leads, these buy leads online, all these stuff. Guys, do you know how much they cost? It's super expensive. And these leads, they're not really,
they're not strong.
They're not strong. They're not organic leads that have been generated by your brand. They were leads that were bought by another company. So it was probably someone from across the ocean who called. Hey, do you want services? Do you want the service? When it's your brand calling and your guys calling who are really educated on your products, it's completely different. It's a game changer. And you're building trust and you're building a relationship with your client. That's what's important. Because a year from there, you're going to start like calling back and, hey, yes, you called me last year. Okay. Like, this pipeline is going to reap results incrementally and exponentially.
And you're going to still get some same day closes.
Oh, yeah.
You're still going to get
through it.
Get through it all. You're still going to get.
You're going to get these double A. Like, yeah. You're going to get these.
Especially when you're calling people for, like, Uninet, for example, we're calling people for window cleaning in the springtime. Most people need that, right? So most of the time you're going to get people like, sure, send me a quote right now. And you'll close them in a couple days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I needed it. Bro,
I need it. You're calling me now for that. Like we said at the beginning of the segment, we're not unloading a bunch of products. We're just calling people for what they need right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to build a relationship with these clients. And then eventually we'll offer them a warehouse cleanup or deep clean or other stuff that they might need. Or maybe they need to change their windows and we call Charlin to go replace their windows. Charland.
Who's Charlin? Oh,
Charlin
yeah, Charlin.
Is the Windows. Charlin, Windows, Charlin.
Okay. I just got it. Yeah. Bro, I don't know if in the book you picked up the UK nudge unit. That was a funny story.
Yeah, the one with the
UK
cleaning
nudge
up
unit
to insulate the attics.
Yes, that was an amazing story.
The government was implementing this.
Yes. Do you have the story?
Yeah, I have the story. I can go for it if you want.
Yeah, go for it. I love it.
So I don't know why, but I know that in the UK, the government was trying to nudge people to insulate their attic, so they can benefit from energy savings. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that's not the reason why. It was for sure in a way to benefit them somehow. I don't remember the exact reason, but they were trying to get people to insulate their attics, and they even offered compensation to people to insulate their attic, and
was not
they
working.
Found that the people were not doing it. So what did they do? They researched.
But why though? But why?
So let me finish the story.
Yes.
Bro, I'm getting that. Give me a second. So they dove into it to find out why they're not, like, people are not taking advantage of the compensation package that the government is giving them to insulate, which in turn is even going to save them more money on energy, on their energy bill. And they found out that people's attics are full of stuff. People have a lot of stuff in their attic, and it was too much work for them to clear out their attics. So as soon as they found out what the problem was, the government teamed up with a home improvement company to offer a low cost solution, an affordable attic cleanup, and that boosted participation.
So people
So they just put it in front of them. They just said, "Look, your attics are full. We know that the problem is your attics are full. Here, boom. Here's a solution. Here's a
we're gonna
solution."
clean up the attic, and we're
Yeah.
gonna insulate the attic by the same time we're doing that. I thought it was brilliant. I, you know, fixing two problems and fixing one problem with like another. It's out of the box solutions. It's very smart, and it's just like persistent, like thinking that would get
Hmm.
you there. Because by these guys, they were probably not going to give up on their idea, and it's government, so they have the money to push it. Their persistence shows, like when you put persistence in there, of course you could use like all the money in the world. They could have like enforced things, but they actually went smarter, and it probably got way better.
Hmm.
So good that they said in the book that these guys, they created the UK nudge unit to
Right.
find different ways to
To get
nudge
people to do
people.
what they want them to do.
Yes. Yes. So there was this other example of the written note for your, I think it was car tickets, like parking tickets or stuff like that. When you owe money, they give you written note instead of computer written one. And it works better at people were paying their
Oh, they
parking
even put a
tickets,
photo of their car
a
on the
photo of the
bill.
car
Like
on
if
the
you drive
bill with a
a,
written note.
Ford Prius. No, it's not Ford Prius. The hell am I saying? Ford. Like let's say it's a Ford Festiva or something. They're gonna put the photo.
Ford Prius. That's a new model in UK. Wow. Ford bought Toyota. Ah.
So they would put a photo of the car on top of the bill, and then it would make people feel like, oh, they're onto me. They're onto me. I should pay. And the same thing with the handwritten. The whole point of that is so people, but wouldn't people catch on eventually? And they'd just be like, oh, it's a hand. I feel like that would work a bit at the beginning, and then people would catch on that it's okay.
But
They do
it
this for
might take
everybody.
time. Yeah, but it might take time. It's like anything. At least your nudge didn't cost you like
It
if
doesn't cost anything.
it
It's
doesn't cost
very
more to
low
do
cost,
that.
and ROI is tremendous.
I feel like it's the whole point, it's the whole point of having a system of nudge and having these nudge unit that they have in the UK. I don't know if they still have it though. Uh,
People generally want to travel the path of least resistance, and it's your job as a business to help them travel that path by putting that option, the package that you were talking about, the package of the spider treatment with the window cleaning. They wouldn't otherwise know that they needed it, but you put it in front of them, and they saw it and they said, I could benefit
it makes them
from that
think.
spider treatment. It makes
Should
them
I?
think.
Yeah. I feel like for most of us, it's almost as if these big like choice architecture. It was not available to us. It was just like for big advertisers, big marketing companies, that they had these things. Now it's more available to us, like with the internet, having your own website, controlling your website, being able to like send your own. You don't even I'm not a developer, and I'm not a big computer guy. It's with all these applications now, all this stuff, all these software, like I feel more than ever you're able to build yourself your own choice architecture that was only, I feel, was the thing of big advertisers. The only thing you need to be able to do if you want to take advantage of that is find opportunities inside of your industry, inside of like your business, what you're selling. You need to look for these opportunities. You need to like work on your filter, your goggles, your glasses, to be able to like see through things and be like, okay, ask yourself the good questions. Be like, okay, this is the nudge that we're going to be using. If you really want to like take advantage of this, you can't half-ass this. You need to really sit down and really think about it and like ask questions. Go get feedback. This is big. He's big on
Mm.
feedback. Like in this chapter, he's like, hey, if you're not getting your customers' feedback, this is big. Like we all have been at RVs at some point or McDonald's or whatever. They all have these little paper. What do you think of us? How tell us what you think. Why do you think they're so big on that? They went out of their way to make like these little branded paper. Tell us what you think because it's very important. Feedback is super important. You need that to target better.
And now it's so much easier to do that. Now you use AI to get
You use
people's
the
opinion, and
AI.
the computer will just sort out the answers for you and just feed you what
You don't have
problems
to
are
do it
happening.
manually now. You don't need
100,
to do it
100
manually.
out of 200 people said that the bathroom's dirty. I think the bathroom's dirty. I think you need to clean the bathroom. Just to give you an example,
A
if
hundred
100
percent.
people said that, 50% of people are saying that the meat is too dry. It's time to
It's time to do
time to
something.
to do something
Yeah,
about it, and we can use AI to do that like with ease right now.
100%. It's easier than ever. Like, especially if you have like a brick and mortar business. There's so many. Um, there's so many tools, AI tools for you. I feel like service businesses were always late. I have service. We have a service business. It's super hard to adapt these tools because we're out on the road. Brick and mortar, it's your business. Like it's in your square that you own. You need to like implement all these uh, name it cameras, AI tools with the end like the when the open door close, whatever, like name it. You need to count clients, target clients in each aisles, what
Yep.
they're buying, track inventory, have all these tools. You need that. If you're not in that game now and you have a brick and mortar business, I don't know what you're doing. You're closing. You're probably closing. You're trying to do your last
It
liquidation.
was
Or
that grocery store, the last chapter that we read in that marketing book. The grocery store came up with a genius. It's always these grocery store. They're so creative.
because it's a very
If a
smart
customer would
margin.
buy, yeah, for sure. If a customer would buy like a Hellman's
Oh yeah.
mayonnaise or
Mhm.
mustard, when they would scan it at the cash on their receipt after they would purchase, it would give them a recipe
Recipes. Yeah.
to make of what you can make with
And at
the
the
mayonnaise.
cashier, they had these little elements. They had the big thing was if you have Elman in your cart, you get a surprise at the cashier. They had these little signs put up there. So people were like, oh, wait, I get a surprise. Let me get that Elman's in
Let
there.
me get that.
I want to have the recipe. But they didn't know it was a recipe. They thought they were getting like a chocolate.
Speaking of Hellman's, I have some smoked meat waiting for me upstairs.
Already.
Yeah, already it's almost 6:30. So
Oh,
I gotta cut it a bit short today, unfortunately, because I have the food ready. But you guys are. I don't know if anybody's in the chat. If you guys wanna come and comment. If you guys wanna, I see that there's a couple people watching us on YouTube. If you guys wanna come say hi, ask questions.
100%. Um, but hey, man, we missed on so many things today. I think we went off topic a little bit. Hey, Mondays, huh? It's always brain. My
Mondays are
brain's always
brutal, man.
foggy, bro.
Yeah, Mondays are very very brutal.
I had so many like big points here. I never like I didn't feel like getting into them. Maybe next Monday.
Yeah, save them. If anything, save them for next Monday,
Yeah.
and we'll run through them.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's it for me. I gotta let you go, my friend.
See you
Always
tomorrow.
a pleasure. Yes, sir. Of course.
Getting Tuesday done.
Yes.
GTD,
Ciao, guys.
GTD
Thank you so much
Tuesdays.
for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow at 5:15.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.